Hello and welcome to the Bob Box. Has everyone got their seat belts on? Good, because you may need them. We may be some time. Dantomkia, originally a yellow box robot with two pokey wedges that failed to qualify for Series 4 of Robot Wars, was a yellow boxy bi-wedge robot armed with a rear hinged flipper. Named after its creator's three children, Daniel, Thomas and Kira, Dantomkia made its debut in Series 6 of Robot Wars and found home in 3C, where it drew Spikebot Mr. Nasty, and Vertical Spinner Dr. Fist, and Grabber Crustacean. Dantomkia chased after Mr. Nasty until it ran away, wisely, went after Crustacean until it busied itself with Mr. Nasty, and poked Dr. Fist. Well, Dr. Fist was having problems going in, and it appeared to be dead, as was Mr. Nasty. So Dantomkia pushed Crustacean around, parking Crustacean on a side wall as if planning to toss the Crabbot out of the arena, which would have been quite the first impression. It didn't though. It turned its attention to Mr. Nasty, flipping it onto one of its side panels, flipped them again and annoyed Crustacean again, even using them to open the pit. Dr. Fist and Mr. Nasty were counted out and promptly pitted. Next up for Dantomkia was Rammer Spinner Mighty Mouse. The plan? To send Mighty Mouse out of the arena. Mighty Mouse, being the quicker of the two, used its great speed to run away from Dantomkia, making it hard for the flipper to catch them. Well, until Dantomkia caught Mighty Mouse and carried them across the arena. It did so twice before trying to flip Mighty Mouse out of the arena. Mighty Mouse stayed in, but got flipped into secure loss in the arena's spinner release. Oof. Mighty Mouse spent some time outside before, at the second attempt, Mighty Mouse was rescued and flipped out of the arena. All according to plan. Next up was the 5th seed, rear hinged flipper and double champion, though not reigning at that point, Chaos 2. Chaos 2 flipped Dantomkia early on, but Dantomkia pushed Chaos 2 into a corner. Chaos 2 managed to flip both robots over somehow, and both had a hard time self-righting, not aided by Shunt. Dantomkia managed to get back on its wheels first before pushing Chaos 2 close to the wall and flipping the 5th seeds out of the arena, causing an upset so big it was talked about in the opening monologue for the next heat. Seriously, I believe I've mentioned the whole thing before with certain other robots. Next up for Dantomkia was the series semi-finals, and there waiting was the 7th seed, Vertical Spinner S3. S3 didn't like flippers. Dantomkia's team thought of parachutes. Dantomkia had trouble getting hold of S3, though it did manage to be able to push the 7th seed around. Not before getting hit though. Dantomkia then drove into an arena angle grinder. S3, having got free, pushed Dantomkia further in. Freed by the ref bot, Dantomkia failed to move and was counted out. So Sir Kilowatts pitted them, and it was a loser's melee for them. The link had gone when they drove into that angle grinder. In the losers melee, they faced double horizontal spinner 13 black, 9th seeded vertical spinner Wild Thing, a 9th seeded vertical spinner Wild Thing, it was just those two, Dantomkia's team had actually helped Wild Thing get back together because Wild Thing had been in a bit of a state. Of course, Dantomkia flipped the 9th seeds early on before taking a hit from 13 Black. So Dantomkia went after 13 Black, eventually flipping them over in a corner. Wild Thing got flipped too, parking them on a wall. Wild Thing did get free, and Dantomkia opened the pit just as the 9th seed drove over it. Talk about unlucky. Black, in a desperate bid to stay a factor in the fight, used its discs to move, but Dantomkia wanted to make the arena nice and tidy by removing 13 Black from it. They got 13 Black on its wheels, only to stick Dantomkia only under an angle grinder again. This time the link stayed in. 13 Black ended up upside down, time ran out, and Dantomkia was ruled to have won the fight. So, their reward? The top seed and defending champions, the Crusher named Razor. Some reward? Razor got Dantomkia early and put a hole in them, as is Razor's way. So Dantomkia pushed Razor into a wall. For their trouble, they got another hole. It gained a few more holes, no matter how many times they got away. Razor had Mr. Psycho's hammer land on it directly on the Crusher, which can't be nice. And Dantomkia were actually free when time ran out. The judges, however, ruled in Razor's favour. However, they did win the Best Newcomer Award, which, given that they got so close to the grand final and flipped Chaos 2 out, it's not bad for a first run. Next up was Extreme 2 and the All-Stars, where it drew Rammer Tornado, armed with a scoop this time, and Axebot Terahertz. Dantomkia and Tornado both went for Terahertz, not wanting to get an axing, and caused the pair to shove Terahertz into the button that set off the arena spinner. Dantomkia and tried to flip Terahertz out of the arena and failed. Something Tornado ended up paying the price for because it got axed. And as a result, Dantomkia got axed as well, but not by Terahertz, by Shunt. Dantomkia opened the pit before rejoining Tornado to send Terahertz to Shunt. Once Terahertz was free, Dantomkia pitted the Axebot. Next up was Front Hinge Flipper Firestorm 4. Firestorm 4 wasted no time in catching Dantomkia and flipping them into Sergeant Bash's corner and flipping Dantomkia every time it self-righted. This carried on once both robots were free, and Dantomkia even got a flip in. It still got sent to Shunt, but eventually Dantomkia had to deal with one flip too many and died. Flipper stuck open. So it got counted out and pitted. Next up was the Challenge Belt, where it drew Smithy and his Gnashing Jaws and Horizontal Spinner, Lifter, Chromalot, and Horizontal Flywheel Bot Hypnodisc. I know this fight. Dantomkia didn't like spinners. Dantomkia took on Smithy first, but liking Hypnodisc's spinner even less than Smithy's, who can blame them, took the Series 3 runner up to the wall and parked it there upside down and flipped them out of the arena. Dantomkia then had a row with Mr. Psycho, one that ended with no injuries to either robot, before going after Smithy and Chromalot. Both were flipped. Smithy ended up in a row with Mr. Psycho, and Matilda removed Sir Cromalot from the arena, so Dantomkia went through. Next was Axe Flipper Ironor 2. Dantomkia ran into Ironor too early on, having had an argument with the arena spinner, and escaped 2 axe blows before pushing Ironor 2 to the edge of the arena and flipping Ironor 2 out of the arena. That was it. So they got to fight Terahertz again. Terahertz axed Dantomkia a lot early on, but Dantomkia did get a flipping. Once Terahertz got free, Dantomkia faced another axing, an axing that killed them. So Terahertz opened the pit and dumped Dantomkia in, so no challenge bout matchup for them. Terahertz ended up facing Tornado for the challenge bout instead. Oh yeah, challenge bout was all for the right to fight Tornado. Dantomkia returned for Series 7 as the 5th seed and as such landed in Heat C, drawing lifter stroke spinner King B Powerworks and 2 flippers in Hassocks Hog 2 and Rick. Dantomkia flipped Hassocks Hog 2 close to the flame pit early on, which caused the decorative fairy ears to catch fire. Decorative and stabilising fairy ears, that is. Before going after Rick and King B Powerworks. Dantomkia tried to remove Rick from the arena, but it didn't, and ended up getting flipped by Rick, though they could self-right. The pit was opened and Dantomkia spent the rest of the fight trying to remove Rick from the arena. The judges were called in, and Dantomkia and King B Powerworks were sent through. Next up for Dantomkia was Horizontal Flywheel Scorpion, which I talked about last week. Scorpion got some hits in early on, but Dantomkia flipped them into a wall and tried to get them out of the arena, but failed. So after pushing a wall, Dantomkia tried to get Scorpion out of the arena. Hang on, no. They sent Scorpion to another wall before the pushing wall. Dantomkia had tried to get a Scorpion out of the arena a second time, failed. A pushing war ensued, and Dantomkia sent Scorpion to Shunt's corner. Then they managed to flip Scorpion out of the arena. You know what they say, 3rd time's the charm. Next up for Dantomkia was vertical spinner IG-88. IG-88 span its weapon up, and Dantomkia flipped them out of the arena in 8 seconds. That was the fastest fight in Robot Wars history. Not anymore. So that put them through to the series semi-finals for the second time, where they faced Dutch Flipper Gravity. But first, they had to repair the damage IG-88 did to them on their way out the arena. Gravity caught Dantomkia very early on and flipped them out of the arena in 5.8 seconds. That became the fastest fight in Robot Wars history. It isn't anymore. Still, even though Dantomkia was out of the main competition, there was still the All-Stars, where it drew King B Powerworks, pyramid-shaped cutting disc wielder Pussycat, and lifter Behemoth. I am aware I've missed this fight in Behemoth's episode. In my haste, I forgot the All-Stars existed. This will be rectified in Behemoth's addendum episode. Anyway, Dantomkia targeted Behemoth first, manoeuvring to a corner and flipping them out of the arena. So Dantomkia went after King B Powerworks, took a hit from Pussycat and sent King B Powerworks out of the arena too. So, I got them through. Next up was Lifter Panic Attack. Series 2 Champions Panic Attack, no less. A pushing war ensued early on, but Dantomkia flipped Panic Attack over and the Welsh bot failed to self-right. So Dantomkia flipped Panic Attack out of the arena and took on Dead Metal and got a yellow card for its trouble. Naughty. Next up in the All Stars final was Pussycat. Dantomkia got some good flips in early on, but Pussycat landed on its wheels each time, as is Pussycat's way. Dantomkia failed to get Pussycat out of the arena, so Pussycat went on the attack, dragging Dantomkia. So Pussycat opened the pit and tangled with the house robots whilst a dead Dantomkia was counted out. Eventually, Mr. Psycho pitied Dantomkia and Pussycat pitied Pussycat. It didn't change the result. Pussycat still won. Fast forward 12 years and an updated Dantomkia had been sold on to another team, Team Aztec, and their weapons operator for that series was Pussycat's driver in the fight against Dantomkia I just talked about. In Series 8, Dantomkia landed in Heat C. I swear you can't make this one up. And drew Axebot Glitter Bomb, Bulldozer Spinner Overdoser, made from wood. It needs to be noted. And King Bee Remix, an updated King Bee Powerworks. Dantomkia went for Glitter Bomb early on and got an axe blow for its trouble. Eventually, Dantomkia flipped Overdoser and Glitter Bomb, flipping the latter twice. In the dying seconds of the fight, Dantomkia had fun with what was left of Overdoser. So they were through to the head-to-heads, where they faced King Bee Remix first. King Bee Remix's team had already signed Dantomkia. King Bee Remix weren't afraid to go head-on at Dantomkia, and Dantomkia tangled with the arena spikes. However, Dantomkia managed to get out and flipped King Bee Remix in such a way it was wedged next to the pit release tire. Matilda then tipped King Bee Remix out of the arena. So that was 3 points for them. Not King Bee Remix, Dantomkia. They got the 3 points. And next faced a flipper in TR2. TR2 flipped Dantomkia early on, but Dantomkia self-righted. So TR2 flipped Dantomkia again and again until Dantomkia had no CO2 and were upside down. They did get a flip in before the final ending up upside down, but that wasn't going to help them. Not stuck out upside down and getting tapped by the axe, the tiny axe on the rear end of TR2. So Dantomkia had an appointment with a big hammer, but it was more for the team captain's good than the robots. So next, needing a win by any means, it faced a vertical spinner, Big Nipper. Dantomkia sent Big Nipper to secure lots early on and sent them back when Big Nipper escaped. So Secure picked Big Nipper up and dropped them, free to run away. Dantomkia kept sending Big Nipper to Secure Lot until the house robot got stuck by its lance to the arena wall. No, really, you can't make this up. I'm not kidding. So, Dantomkia sent Big Nipper flying, and instead Dead Metal became the house robot of choice to send Big Nipper to. Dantomkia pushed Big Nipper all the way over to Kill Lot's corner as time ran out, but took a hit from Big Nipper in the process. So the judges were called in and they ruled in Dantomkia's favour. So they made the heat final and faced TR2 again. The pit was opened early on and TR2 flew a floor flipper before Dantomkia got a flip in, but ended up tangling with Matilda, bad, and getting flipped by TR2, also bad. Dantomkia got away but ended up flying a floor flipper thanks to TR2 and landing upside down, unable to self-right. So TR2 got through and Dantomkia was in a position to get the wild card, but ultimately it didn't. After Series 8, Dantomkia got sold on to another team. They attempted to enter Dantomkia for Series 9, but unfortunately it wasn't selected and it never returned after that. Dantomkia is far from my favourite robot, though it's definitely one you wouldn't want to be stuck near the arena's edge with, given its propensity for out of the arena flips. 9 of them, if you're counting. It's got quite the flipper. And it made quite the first impression by flipping out Chaos 2. And thoroughly earned the Best Newcomer award. They get points for the source of the name as well. Yeah, it's good. So, question is, who's next? This one here, which is Androon 4000. Well, this is going to be fun. Until next week, Callison244 out.